Go back to Benedict Collins, who's been with Winston Peters on the campaign trail, who is in Northland. You've been with Winston Peters tonight. Benedict, what is the mood there?
Right, I think we've sort of got a little bit each way here, because I think Mr Peters, New Zealand First, they're very happy with where they've come in the polls. Obviously, they are going to determine the makeup of the next government. But at the same time, Mr Peters has also lost his Northland seat. He's lost to the national candidate, Matt King. At the moment, I think it's about 98% of the votes have been counted, and Mr Peters is down by about 1,300 votes there. So I guess he's going to be disappointed on the one hand. On the other hand, they're going to get down to business very soon this week. I understand New Zealand First's caucus and the party board, they're all meeting on Tuesday to start taking those next steps.
Benedict, do you get a sense up there from the New Zealand First faithful who have caught the ferry over to Russell and come from far and wide, I suspect, who do they want New Zealand First to go with? Are people talking about that, or is it too soon?
Well, I've been asking New Zealand First supporters that very question throughout the whole campaign, and a lot of supporters have told me that they've had enough of national. That they'd prefer, Mr Peters to go with Labour. But then what we've seen tonight, I mean, the National Party clearly has the most votes by a considerable margin. So obviously that's going to come into the thinking as well.
Yes, it's going to be absolutely fascinating. Winston Peters has gone off. Did he catch that ferry? Did he head off on the ferry, Benedict, into the sunset?
No, not at all. He's sitting not far behind me, actually, enjoying a wine and chatting with people. He's not doing any more media interviews tonight. He's planning on talking again to the media tomorrow morning once the numbers are a bit clearer. So he just farewelled a lot of people who did have to catch that last ferry back to Paihia, his supporters.
Benedict Collins, thank you for joining us live tonight from the Duke of Marlborough Pub.